Hello, welcome to another video where I am diving deep into my heart, into the wisdom of my heart, and in the process removing myself, my expectations and my biases to be a vessel for it. And in this practice today, I feel inspired to talk about wandering, the theme of wandering, the notion, the essence of it, the underlying implications of it, to embrace it, to bring it back into the awareness of the collective and in the individual and in this moment. It feels important to, as a wanderer, to ultimately see it as a voyage of curiosity. You're, as a wanderer, partaking in a ship that is the wanderer, sailing the seas of curiosity, which I feel is a healthy way of visualizing it. Ultimately, to find new land, or in your case, to find new ideas, new insights, new plateaus to explore, new parts of yourself, new states of consciousness, new relationships, whatever it may be. There's no limitation, only eternal expectation. So it feels important to have that, to reintegrate balance ultimately, because otherwise the world is filled with 1 + 1 = 2, and in that rational certain state, i.e. on land, things become stagnant, static, stale. We malnourish the essence of adventure that is in each of us and in the collective. So it's important that on both you can see it in, it's important for both the individual and the collective. And you can see it manifest in the collective in the example of Elon Musk traveling to Mars. He's not doing it purely for material reasons. He's doing it in part for material reasons, but also the spirit of adventure will never die. No matter how comfortable humanity gets, or no matter how comfortable the individual gets, the call and spirit of adventure, no matter how dim the light flickers on the candle, will always remain alive somewhat, even though it may be hidden to the eye. So this video is very much in alignment with that spirit, because Elon Musk will 100% in this example be exploring Mars, but he will also be wandering. He'll be entering into the universe, into the unknown, into a new planet. So there is the essence of wandering there, of curiosity. I mean, again, the starship, whatever it's called, that is flying to Mars is the wanderer, is the idea of the wanderer, and then space is the sea, the curiosity. So through the vessel of the starship, traversing through space in the sea of curiosity, thus reaching a new plateau, i.e. Mars, a new state, a new area. So in this video, it is an invitation to call that same spirit into your own life in your own way, through your own style, towards your own ends, because everyone's call to adventure through the spirit of curiosity will have them navigate different terrains, different speeds, different methods. So it's important to adopt the spirit of the wanderer Not always, but in moments, sometimes longer than others. And everyone will have their own ratio between wanderer and whatever the flip side that is called. I guess worker would be a good example. You can work on your career or your businesses. You're working towards certain goals. 1 + 1 = 2. You've got a time frame, you've got goals, but then also to balance the equation with a wanderer type, with the wandering essence, which has no goal or expectation or clear path. This is about engaging in the call to adventure, and through wandering, satisfying the spiritual need for curiosity. Because you cannot be in alignment with a spiritual goal if you do not entertain your innate curiosity, which will lead you in different ways. It will ultimately lead you to individualize, to form a unique life. Because what your curiosity will lead you to is to a unique destination. It won't take you into places that many others are at. It will take you somewhere for you. Somewhere that is healthy and harmonious to you. And so adopting the spirit of the wanderer from time to time and regularly, and not as a short-term practice, not as a temporary fix, not as something to solve a problem or to use to gain something, but to integrate it as a long-term lifestyle decision and habit, where you don't get too bogged down on land, on 1 + 1 = 2, on your concrete goals towards your career or business. But you have those things, obviously. But then you also explore the sea of your curiosity, and you move, as the wanderer does, in unknown directions through unknown methods, in ways that will confuse not only yourself, but those around you. Which is funny, because there is no explaining it away. You have to embrace the experience for what it is, not for what you want it to be, or not for what others want it to be, because it's it will take you down your path, and there's no explaining that. There's no good or bad with that. It's just your path. Your curiosity will lead you to a destination of your making. And so it's important to remove yourself from defining, controlling, or limiting through expectations, because the curiosity may take you down a path that forces you to revise your expectations of what you're capable of, or who you are, and so that is a radical transformation, for the positive. And it will force you to enter into a new state of consciousness, and therein a new state of your life. It may mean that you end up changing your career, or it may mean you divert where you live. This is the importance of not being too bogged down in just working into material goals, because there's no space for growth in that state, in solely that state. You have the working aspect of your life, where you have concrete goals and plans, but then you also have the wanderer that you engage with regularly from time to time, that allows you to explore your curiosity with the ultimate aim of growth, of transformation, And this is important for you, not for me, not for other people, but for you, to explore yourself, to explore your style, to explore your individuality, to explore your expression. These things are important, and they will knock at your door throughout your life. You don't have to look too hard to find the call to adventure, the call to curiosity in your own life. It's just a case of bringing that mindset into your mind so that then you can see the signs, you can see the nudges. Sometimes nudges aren't too subtle either. Sometimes it reaches a point where you've ignored the call to adventure for too long, and this video won't even be necessary because you'll be flung into the sea of curiosity, and the essence, the spirit of the wonder will be ever more in your presence, regardless of your expectations. And if you are in that state watching this video, then count yourself lucky, because if applied correctly, and if you accept the task, the process, the journey, then it will take you to places that for you are necessary and important, and will lay out the foundations for a life ahead that serves your highest impulse, and will serve to lay the blueprint for future evolutions and transformations, and will serve to inspire you to maintain that balance throughout your life, to not see it as a isolated incident, to not see transformation as an end point, as something to conquer or to tick off, and to see it as the seasons. Spring isn't sprung to be sprung. Spring is always being sprung year after year, and so are you. So to adopt that mindset, to adopt the wonder as not something, to adopt the wonder as something that is eternally in your constitution, as a flame that never dies although dims, and though it may not be in your eyesight throughout periods of your life or moments, to always never forget that the wanderer exists within you, the call to adventure exists within you, and your curiosity is an endless supply. So with that, I'll leave you to have fun and to play with this part of you, to not try to figure it out, instead to dance with it, to allow it to come through naturally, like the sun ushers in the blooming of flowers gradually. It doesn't happen like that. The seasons change gradually, and so you shall. So until next time, bye.